Dear friends, good morning on Wednesday the 20th of May. One of the themes in the book of Proverbs that's hard to miss is that of sex and sexuality. So for those of a nervous disposition, turn off now. Many people think that Proverbs is a record of teaching that was given to young men in the royal palace in Jerusalem. That's why so much of its teaching on sexuality is directed to men rather than women. But it is applicable to us all. I only have space for two very countercultural observations. The first is this: God is incredibly negative about sex outside marriage. The lips of the adulterous woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end she is bitter as gall, sharp as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps lead straight to the grave. So here's a young man who's intoxicated by this beautiful woman and is lured into an encounter with her. Bitter regret floods in the moment that he leaves her house, but he can't resist her, and he quickly gets sucked in deeper and deeper into an unhealthy relationship. That's the experience of many young people today. They have sexual experiences at a very young age, at the expense of developing deep and committed friendships, which will then lead on to sexual relationships. Conversely, God is incredibly positive about sex within marriage. May you rejoice in the wife of your youth, a loving doe, a graceful deer. May her breast satisfy you always. May you ever be intoxicated with her love. It's quite a surprise, isn't it, to find joy, sexual delight and head-over-heels love within a marriage. Even in the ancient world, these were radical ideas. People got married for power, status, property, security and children. No one got married for love. But the Jewish and Christian idea of marriage is very different. Marriage provides security for sex, and sex is the glue which holds a marriage together for the whole of life. But marriage isn't easy. Proverbs is realistic about this as well, and says there is much that is mysterious and difficult about human relationships. There are three things that are too amazing for me, four that I do not understand: the way of an eagle in the sky, the way of a snake on a rock, the way of a ship on the high seas, and the way of a man with a young woman. That's why those of us who are married need to seek God's help and forgiveness in equal measure, so that we work at our marriages. And those who are not married but would love to be, seek God's help to find a marriage partner and to keep themselves for them. When lockdown is over, we're going to hold a marriage course to help those of us who are married to work at our marriages. But until then, if anybody is struggling with their relationships, and many people are, I know, during this lockdown time, please do get in touch with us. There's lots of help available, and we'd love to help if we can. Just drop me an email. God bless. Bye-bye.